ABEF and CBED are congruent parallelograms where AB and BC are both x. P is a point on AF and Q is a point on CD, such that BP and BQ are both 10. Given that angle ABC is 30, prove that cos of PBQ is 1 minus 2 minus root 3 over 200 x squared. Okay, and let me just highlight this part as well. Okay, the first thing to note is that this is cos of PBQ. Cos of PBQ. Okay, so PBQ is this triangle right here, and the angle PBQ is this angle right here. Okay, so chances are that we may have to use Cos Rule at some point, because this is a non-right triangle, and the only reason, the only way we can have cos of PBQ is in a non-right triangle is if we use cosine rule. Okay, so the chances are we may have to use cosine rule at some point. Okay, so let me just draw the triangle PBQ right here. So PBQ. Okay, and we know that BP and BQ are both 10, so we'll just write 10 here and here. And this is the angle that we're going to use at some point. Okay, and let's analyze the right side. The right side has an x. Where are we getting this x from? Well, if you look at this line, it says AB and BC are both equal to x. Okay, so AB and BC are both equal to x. And we also know that the angle ABC is 30. Okay, so let's use those two pieces of information to draw another triangle, ABC, and that's this triangle right here. So ABC. So ABC is this triangle with the sides x and x, and the angle in the middle is 30 degrees. Okay, so let's start off by using cosine rule on the triangle ABC. So cos rule on the triangle ABC will look like this. So AC squared equals to x squared plus x squared minus 2 times x, which is x squared, times cos of 30. Cos of 30. Okay, so this is 2x squared minus 2x squared cos 30, which is, because this is paper 1, we cannot use a calculator, so this is root 3 over 2. Okay, now you can see that there is a 2 here and 2 here, and so 2x squared in the numerator is being multiplied with root 3 over 2, where 2 is a denominator. So 2 and 2 cancel out. Okay, so we get 2x squared minus root 3x squared. Okay, and this here we can see that this is 2 minus root 3 in the bracket, and there's an x squared. So this means it might be a good idea to just do 2 minus root 3x squared, because x squared can be factored out. Okay, so AC squared equals to 2 minus root 3x squared. Okay, now let's go to the red triangle. Okay, so here we have this PQ right here, right? And remember, we said we're going to use cos rule at some point. So this is that point. So cos of PBQ, right? So it's going to be PQ squared, this side, equals to 10 squared plus 10 squared. So 10 squared plus 10 squared minus, sorry, let me just fix that. So 10 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 10 times 10, which is of course 100, cos of PBQ, and that is what we need to solve for. Okay, now notice that PQ and AC are both equal. So let me just draw your attention to these two lines. So PQ and AC, these two are equal. So these two, once again, are equal. So which means that AC squared, whatever the value of that is, we can use that for PQ squared. So in place of PQ squared, we're going to put 2 minus root 3x squared. Okay, and on the right side, we have 10 squared plus 10 squared, which is 200, minus 2 times 100 is 200 again, cos PBQ. Okay, so now we're not very far from our solution. So to get cos of PBQ, let me just factor out the 200. So 200 times 1 minus cos of PBQ. And on the right side, we have 2 minus root 3 in the bracket and x squared. Now, if we divide both sides by 200, we get, now notice the goal is to rearrange for cos PBQ. So we're dividing both sides by 200. So 2 minus root 3 over 200 x squared equals to 1 minus cos of PBQ. Now, we can see that we have cos PBQ as a positive number, and 1 is also positive, but this right here is negative. Okay, so if we multiply our entire equation with -1, we can achieve that, right? But before that, let me just move the 1 over the left side. Okay, so it's going to be let me just continue here. So it's going to be 2 minus root 3 over 200 x squared minus 1 equals to minus cos PBQ. Okay, and we can just multiply both sides by -1, right? So we can just do minus times -1 and times -1. So that gives us cos PBQ on the right side, and on the left it gives us -1 times this entire thing and -1 times -1. So that gives us +1. So -1 times -1 is +1, and -1 times this entire thing is going to be -2 minus root 3 over 200 x squared. And that is what we had to prove.